All right, so I had another, I guess, interesting night and day, and I don't get sick, man. I hardly ever get sick, and I was out there freezing my ass off, in a tent on the beach, walking around with nothing but my coat, and this like blistering kind of like don't have an exposed skin, because you're gonna get frostbitten weather, and I didn't get sick. 4 days in a hotel. 4 days in a hotel. And I got a chest cold. My body hurts and aches and pains. My body. I got chest cold. I have a bad cough. I'm feeling like kind of like drowsy, not good, not My body has that like tingling feeling, like it's gonna try to fight off something. But it's weird. It's like I don't get sick, man. And I've been out here fucking in the 2.5 years. I hardly got sick. It was in Sin City. And 4 days it was three different hotels. First one was disappointing. Second one was okay, and then at the end it's kind of disappointing, but still it's just like, and then the last one is this one, and I'll probably do this one. But I think this is the fifth day. I'm not sure. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. They say Tuesday, right? So this is the fifth day, yeah. Every day it's like, I shouldn't do this. I should just go back to the tent. But it's fucking freezing out there, man. It's freezing out there. What the fuck am I gonna do, man? You look at this and you go like, all right, go back there and brave the elements with some money in your pocket, or stay here another day and hope you fucking die here instead of out there. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. But no matter what, I don't. I'm here now, so this is another night. And the other 3 nights were not a very comfortable night. I spent the money on places they weren't very comfortable at all. They were very uncomfortable. They had some little things here and there that were, but this one's actually the most comfortable out of all of them. But it's just farther away, so I gotta pay for a cab right here or whatever I'm doing. So it's too far to walk, and especially in another ride back. I'm getting another scooter. I bought a scooter on online, and hopefully this one won't get stolen. I don't know. It's the cheapest one I could find for what I got, and hopefully this one won't get stolen. I'll strap it to my leg. I walk around with it everywhere I go. It's just like, oh, you have to leave it outside. No, I can't. It's strapped to my leg permanently. It's like nobody steals it. Sorry. So I'm a little out of it today, man. But I'm just saying, did somebody at one point, did somebody take a virus and like put it into the heating system or something in my room? The heating, the heating unit in the window, or did somebody put it in some of the water that was there left open? I don't know, man. So how do I get sick all of a sudden, man? And I'm out there, I'm out there, so whatever. So now I got this cold thing happening, and we're in I think it's the 20. What is it? The 16th, 17th, 18th, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. What's the 13th? I don't remember now what today is. It doesn't tell me on this. I gotta go all the way out. Let's see. I'm going like this. Oh man, you're still taping? Hopefully you still are. Okay, it's December 15th. 15th. What? Yeah. 16, so 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. You got 5 fucking days. 5 days. And I wanna be clear. What I've known and what I've seen of what's gonna happen in December 21st, 2025, is a few different things. But the main thing is that if you don't change and if you're not ready for some energy, there will be either get just you go poof, body and soul, or you get saved by dating. In your sense, it's easy for me to say Shiva because I have Shambhu as my spiritual name, so it's kind of like it is Shiva, but it's also Jesus and it's also Muhammad, it's also whoever the fuck you want it to be. It's the energy out there that forms into something. And it's not exactly God, but it is. That's not what I know. I mean, it's going to happen. It's kind of like, like I said before, there is no such thing as heaven and hell at your death. Right? Your death is a means for you to come back, if you need to, come back to try to expand your awareness. The whole concept is that the soul, right, sends your spiritual being, having human experience, creates the human experience, right, and you're there. And you have to learn something there, right? Your learning, right, as that happens, expands your consciousness, but also the soul's consciousness. And every lifetime that it has, the consciousness expands even more and more and more and more. And whenever consciousness expands, it can never contract. So in other words, if your whole consciousness in general is just because of things you've read, things you've seen, things you've done, is expanded, it can never contract back to where it was annoying, because the knowledge is there and it won't go away. It'll beckon you, say like, dude, I know what you want. You want to believe in those books, but you know what? I'm telling you the truth. And as your person, truth will set you free. Free. The truth usually sounds really damn good. It makes sense. That is the key to the truth. On a conscious level, you look at it and say, okay, what's better for civilization? An equality-based system or corporate wealth class caste system of modern-day slavery? Which is better? Equality and freedom? Which is better? And you have the right to choose and decide which one it is, because the majority wins. Let me say something. If the majority wants to be put into a class system and be either middle class or poor class, because these wealthy people want them there, because without wealth, without poverty, there'd be no wealth, right? Middle class is there just to be in the buffer, but poverty is needed for wealth to be there. So I said the cure for wealth, cure for poverty. You want the solution for poverty, and like that. Goes away like that. Remove wealth. Remove money. Remove the monetary system. Stop using it. Burn it. I said that if I had all the money in the world, right? If I had all the money in the world, right? I would burn it all and free you. Because that is the key to your freedom, to a true freedom. Because the whip got replaced by the dollar bill. Don't you understand? The slave became the fucking employee. And everything else is exactly the same. It is. If I told you tomorrow, if you remove all, if I told you the majority of your stresses go away, like that. If I told you that, would you believe me? And would you believe me enough to say, you know what? Okay, let's change it. How do you change it, man? See, it's not changing something. It's everybody understanding what they are. These scientists and these political organizations and even the religions at some point and in some way, they don't want you knowing what you are. And you don't have to know it intrinsically. Every little aspect. How does the finger become the finger? Ooh. But you have to understand that you're part of something, and that part of something beckons for you to fulfill a purpose here. If the cell of a hand didn't know that it was supposed to be a hand, it could be like, that rock over there. You understand? So your belief and understanding that you're part of something greater. It's not, oh man, it's the new world order, man. We're like slaves to this, now it's the universe. It's like, no, you're part of the universe. It's a lot different. The universe doesn't spank you around. Well, it does when you do stupid shit like you're doing right now. That's nothing to do with your monetary system, guys. Get rid of it like now. Done. Bye-bye. You got 5 days. If that energy isn't there, I'm telling you, I'd say, I hope there's a lot more out there being done than I can see. But if not, I don't know what to say. It was nice knowing you guys. And if I'm wrong and you're right, it's like, good for you, man. Hey, man, that's good for you, because I survived too. But if I'm right and you're wrong, every one of you knew ahead of time what was going to happen and how to, live it, to survive it. I gave you the answer. The answers have been there for thousands of fucking years. It's nothing new. It's your complicated system that wastes your time, that wastes your lifetime, that wastes every aspect of you just to make the world class world and stay that way. Do you understand? So the soul's purpose is to expand, and then once it's expanded enough, it understands every aspect that it needed to know that it was weak on. It then ascends to a higher dimension. The higher dimension is then part of the universe's expansion plans. The universe is expanding. As the universe expands, you're supposed to be expanding too. You're supposed to be awakening. You're supposed to be understanding more. But if you don't, then you become a burden to the universe. You become something that it didn't need. It doesn't need you up there with bags of money going like, what do we do now, sir? Do you have a bank around we can put all this money in? I mean, it makes a whole shitload of sense to not do anything you guys are doing and to do the simplest thing possible. Help each other and help the planet. There's no time machine. Unless you have another group of people that want to take you and make you a slave to them. But if we all agree as a fucking whole planet, man, come on, really, please, man. That's where your evolutionary process was supposed to go to. Not where you're a scientist and, well, the leap really means that this and this and this. And you just, dude, guys. If your scientists waste so much time on the other garbage that they do, trying to figure out, what's on that rock that came out here, when there's other rockets coming around now too. The minds, they mapped out the planetary movements without none of your fucking equipment. They didn't have telescopes, you understand? They had portals that allowed them to see into that. You're never going to have anything like that. You're going to make a portal, see, and you're going to put a little stick in, it's going to come out like behind the building as like a rock or something. That's what you want. So, you know what? Maybe understanding what the right way to do things that the universe wants in this very important period. It's like, this is your last test. If you fail this one, you guys are all out, man. So far, it's like, dollar bill, man, dollar bill, money, I hope that meant something enough so that you can see the urgency in all this. It's even more important than your Christmas. Tell you the truth, I'm telling you. Jesus don't give a flying fuck with you. You celebrate his birth, his death, his fucking, the first time he took a shit. He doesn't care. You know what he does care? You listen to the words he said that nobody actually that wrote down. You understand? Jesus never wrote anything, right? It's all what everybody else said about him that made your religion so what it is. Do you understand the hypocrisy behind that? You're following a man that somebody described. You know how when you tell a story to somebody, when it goes down to the fourth or fifth person, that story is completely different. I don't want to put you guys down, your religion down, whatever you want to believe, you believe. But there's one thing you have to understand. In every religion, the main purpose should be always the first commandment. Take care of each other and take care of the planet. Period. That's it. If you get assigned to this planet, it's like, you get assigned to this planet, right? And you're like, all right. But then instead of doing, you're like flying off to Mars every day. But where you going? You're supposed to be on this planet. That's a bad example because then that'll never happen, right? But the knowledge of what you should be has been taken away from you because they want more souls at the end of it all. You'll have heaven and hell, It's not at your death. It's at the death of your civilization. I repeat it again. It's not at your death. It's at the death of your civilization. It is exactly that. It's a parasitic entities. A dimension. It's a dimension of parasitic entities that I mean, 10,000 years is like, I don't know, 3 weeks for them. They've just hatched about 3 weeks of their time. And yours is 10,000 years. That they've been around, slowly building it up. They don't want to just kill you off, man. Only a handful. When you get to 7, 8 billion, that's when you do it. Get it? Mother Earth doesn't need you on here. Too many. Right? Right? And they need the more souls are stuck here. Don't you see that this is a schooling for souls? Souls come in as and then they get left back, and you started with a billion. Now you got how many? Holy shit, 8 billion? That's a lot of souls left back. And those had to ascend. But they didn't. And you know what that creates at the end of your civilization? A larger pool of food, which is your souls, for their offspring and that parasitic being. I know it sounds crazy, man. I mean, if I was saying this to myself, not knowing what I know, I'd be, this guy's so crazy, man. It makes a good movie, though. Hey, it's not a fucking movie. It's gonna happen in 5 days, and you have a chance to all you have to do is strip away from that money. Money is their controlling mechanism. Money is what they use. Money is that first coin that was given to that first human being. That was from what you consider the Satan. When you consider the fallen angel, that supreme being that handed that coin to that first human being and convinced them and showed them how to make that thing worth more than you, your children, and everything around you. Price tag everything on that thing. And the more of those things you have, the more power you have. Voila. 10,000 years later, you guys have a wonderful slave system that's all built on money. The other one was too, but this one says it's not, what they call that, when the dinosaur parrot, they're like, can you, I forgot the word now. It's just like, you're fucking slaves, man. I mean, we are slaves. There's no true freedom here. But true freedom is, however, you remove wealth, you remove the monetary system, make everything equal, and share everything equally with everyone. Working together to create the one best product. Why the fuck are you creating all these garbage things? You waste your time, we all get together and create the one best thing. That's more like and then instead of selling it to each other, we actually give it to each other for free. See, that's like the hand working with the hand, not the hand cutting off the hand. What you guys is a hand cutting off the hand and cutting off the finger every couple minutes. I need that finger. I'm going to make money off of that finger. Do you understand? And that's all you got to do in 5 days is to change that. Yeah, no, it's quite impossible. But if that doesn't happen, then you're going to be, well, fuck this new energy, man. It does not want you. It does not like money. It doesn't like that virus. You were supposed to overcome that virus fucking thousands of years ago and you didn't. Again. And now it's your last and final current call, I guess you call. If you do it, you'll accept that energy and your civilization will survive hundreds of thousands of years. Do you understand? Not this dimension. You'll be ported up to another dimension like the minds were. Do you understand? But if you do not, a portion of you, small portion, that's the only ones that are like, not the star seeds, we're going back, but the actual humans, they'll be ported up. You see, if they can't just take everybody and go, all right, ascend up into what you consider a heaven, or ascend up to a higher dimension, because you go up there and you have your body still saying money, great money. As soon as you go up there, you'll just blow up. That's what's going to happen on December 21st, 2025 here. Not as strong and something like that, because that would never happen. We would never bring anybody any soul that could not handle that high dimension up. Because they wouldn't make it, so what's the point? That's why there's 8 billion of you down here. There shouldn't be. But you're a lot of food, man. portion you gets dropped down to the pool of creation. You get dropped down because you can't. You're not ready to ascend, and there's nothing here yet. Drop down, and then the next civilization you create creates. You get there. You then get ported into that as a young soul. You know, with a little bit of knowledge. I don't know. It's a waste of what you've just done as a soul. And not less this lifetime, but as a soul in full. And then another group of people will be handed over to the parasites. Their souls will be brought over as food because they have won. That's it. They win, and their prize is your souls. You are not the highest in the food chain. There are a lot of beings higher than you. Most don't have to feed on you. And the parasites, they don't feed on your body. That's a waste. They feed on your souls. For a long fucking time. And that is your concept of hell. That's where your concept of hell came from. The concept of heaven came from the higher dimension. There's several higher dimensions. See, your specific group of souls needed to overcome this money because they needed to have a very strong, omni-aware souls to come up and help the universe expand, which you're stopping right now. And because a group of you will go as food, a group of you will go up, and a group of you will go down. Which one of you, guys? I'm not even going to bother like mentioning it because whatever I do is like, you see, hey, know this: if I'm right, then you all knew based on this and based on other things. I mean, really, man. Really. You got 5 days, man. I don't know what else to say, man. You got 5 days. And if I'm right, you have known what to do. And it was a simple thing. Stop. Stop doing what's wrong and stop doing what's right. It's that easy and that simple. Everything about your civilization is wrong. I'm telling you, everything about your civilization is completely and utterly fucking wrong. And that's coming straight from your creator. She can't change anything, you know. You can't change what you are. It just hopes that with the right molecular structure that it gave you, you'll be able to overcome something that is pinnacle to the advancement of the entire civilization. Entire civilization. And that was also on you. And I've been out here 5 years trying to facilitate people, and they just don't listen. People don't listen. They just, whatever. COVID got them fucked up, and then everything else was just like, whatever. So there was something else I needed to talk to you about. I'm already 20 minutes in this. I got a headache. I got a really, really bad headache. I have, my cough is, now that I've been talking a little bit, it's a little bit better, but my cough, it's bad. It's bad. It's just like it's on my chest. So I'm staying in this hotel room. I wasn't going to stay there in the hotel room today, but I said I have to stay because I don't feel good. Good luck. You got 5 days to go, man. Good luck. I mean, I'm just gonna do these for the next 5 days and look around. Either you guys are still here or you're not.